Hello.
You streaming early today?
Yeah, I started a little early. I honestly I want to get through this game. I mean, it looks interesting, but it also looks like it's very story based, and I'm not the biggest fan of story based games, so
Yeah.
I really want to get through it tonight.
Oh, Uba. Two things. I don't think you're playing up to par anymore, and I don't know if this game's gonna prove you're good at golfing. Cough,
why
cough,
is it?
intro message.
That's
Cough, cough, game.
weird. Yeah, no, that's. I changed that, but it must not have gone through.
First blood.
By the way, thank you for saying something. Otherwise, I wouldn't have noticed for a long time. Yo, Brisbane with the first blood. Welcome, welcome. How you doing tonight, there, Brisbane?
Hello, Brisbane. There it is, Merchants of Rosemont.
Come on, stupid thing. Still not good, but feels good. Yeah, you're doing really good. That's awesome. That's awesome to hear. Are you ready for the for Christmas? I know you were out with your daughters doing stuff last weekend. Are you finally ready? That's the thing I need to change. This, remove this. Might as well remove this as well. Start it up. Okay. Yes. So I don't think that YouTube is actually sending my stuff out in the vertical. Because it doesn't look like it. I think I'm gonna have to change some stuff up here.
Ripperies.
Getting there, it's never over. Oof. Oof. Well, hopefully it gets closer and closer, and hopefully you'll eventually get it. Then we're gonna go with this one. Character creation. Character's name. Uber
Are you sure? Are you sure that's your name?
I'm not sure. Ooh, we get to name our shop. What should we name our shop? This is where people get to buy and sell their goods to us. Buy their goods and sell them.
Buy and sell goods store.
Really?
It's a wonderful name. It's very creative.
Buy and sell shop.
I don't
Let's
think
do
it
it.
actually be there. Okay.
Let's do it. It takes a yell to wake you. Well, damn. I'm being yelled at already. Oi. You all there? No, I am not. I am not all there. The hours-long train ride into the city of Rosewall held incredible views of the world around you. If you had been awake to notice them. Yes, that sounds just like me. Merchant, eh? So yes, I am a merchant. How did you know? I kind of want to badge on your bag. How do you? Where's my bag? The crimson and gold insignia of the Golden Lion. Lion containing an enormous clipper shines on the flap of your knapsack. Oh, this is gonna be a game that my dyslexia is gonna freaking love. I can already tell. Anyone sporting that things here to buy and sell. Let's confirm his suspicions. Yep, I'm a merchant. Cheerier? Most Roswell's a good place for that. Got yourself a name? Yeah, of course. Like, a merchant's gonna keep their name to themselves. Like, what? Name's Broly. Jobs, import expert at the train depot. Outside the town? Outside the city? Nah. Personal trip, this one. Refreshing a memory. A memory? You're trying to remember something? I shouldn't have brought it up. Okay? Anyways, forget how cramped trains are. Beats walking though. Nah, what you talking about? Burley's gazes out the window ahead. Roswell sprawls beneath the enormous mountain. Your back straightens as the train slows down. A picturesque seaside is eaten by a rock wall as you enter a tunnel. Oh. Alright then, ready to muddle through? Swing your knapsack, looking at your badge as it rattles on the strap in the front. Well, the train station, train depot is larger and more crowded than you expected. You knew the city was a crown jewel of, I am not going to try and pronounce that name, But seeing it in person is something else.
Oh, Patera. Armstress.
Era.
Oh.
And I can guarantee you, every single time I see that, I will not be able to pronounce it. Burley, are you coming with me?
Just call me and I'll be word savior. I'm finding out.
My word savior. Nay, got depot work. Medis supposed to come get you. See you soon. You there. The merchant with their badge hanging dangerously loose on their knapsack. I am Medi, Undersecretary of Commerce, and since working with the trading company on this merchant program was my idea, you are my responsibility. If your shop fails, it reflects poorly on me, you see? So I own a shop here? They own the land and the shop, but you manage the business. Speaking of which, your contract from them and the key to your workshop. I should have just enough time to take you to your workshop. Come with me. As you speed past... Huh?
Stock is the other person.
Stock.
Like,
as you speed past Roswell's many districts by tram, the people alongside you and the conversations you overhear radiate a collective care of life. You hold on to that feeling as the tram stops a block or so from the address Medi mentioned was your new home. Yorkshire is quite spacious. He probably means barren. Clean? Or vacant. Regardless, a package from... How did you say this? A stock?
a stock. Yes.
A package from a stock has arrived for you. I've got stuff. Oh my god. Dear merchants, congratulations on joining a stock trading company's merchant program. We hope the workshop we have tailored to our exact specifications will help you expand the company's reach into the great city of Roswell. We have generously provided a stipend to help build your workshop and hire workers. It is not for personal use. We have also included a handful of fresh ingredients to make a Roswell jamwich. Roswell jamwich. How's a jamwich? The sandwich should be... Oh, okay, it's a sandwich. The sandwich should be sold. The sandwich is not for personal use. Okay, consume it all. Got it. We believe this package will aid you significantly. After all, the satisfaction of a hard day's work comes from lifting yourself up by your bootstraps rather than taking handouts like the one we have provided. I'm not allowed to take out handouts everybody. So we have to fully demonetize the stream here real quick. What was that?
Oh yeah. The Dino Nuggies count for personal use, or is that like an exception?
I don't know. I mean, I guess I can use I can't use the funds for personal use. So I can't use it to get my Dino Nuggies. Sincerely.
No, Dino Nuggies will surely be an exception.
ETC merchant program. Commandant. P.S. I do not attempt to contact a stock trading company unless explicitly requested by the company. We will not reply to inquiries of any kind. Wow. Okay, so here's all his money. If you have questions, F off. Just like, I don't care what you if you need it or not. Here we go. So we got a Jam Witch recipe and 1,000 quills. We've also got 1 flour, 1 jam, and 1 butter. All the butter.
I'm assuming a jam witch is just PBJ
Like-
minus the PB.
I mean, I guess it's got butter in it. It's got butter, flour, and jam.
Well, I'm assuming the butter is for like toasting, like putting on the bread and toasting the bread.
I have no
Maybe.
idea. I'm supposed to make a Rosewell jam witch. A simple enough task. You are a chef, correct? I didn't think I was. You try your best to make a Roswell jam witch, but it's no use. Really? It's no use? I can't make Dude, it looks like 2 pieces of bread with jam in the middle. If I can't make that, why am I living on my own?
I know 2 people that would 100% fail that.
No. Are you legit? Like, are you effing with me? Like, do you actually know people that would mess up 2 pieces of regular bread, not even toasted, just 2 pieces of regular bread and jam?
Wither.
Does he know how to boil an egg?
I don't know.
Next time you're over at his place, ask him to boil an egg for you.
I don't want him to burn everything down.
My God, like I understand some people don't know how to make like really like rich recipe type things, and alright, I mean, if you can get by in life with that, go for it. But if you can't make a freaking boiled egg, you got something wrong. What is up? How's your day? What's up, Mr. Guy? We're just kind of starting this. It's lots of reading, and I'm already messing things up, so it's going to be a fun evening for this game. Mainly, it's going to be me messing up a ton of different things. Alright, there it is. I cannot help but ask, however, should there not be more sandwich? Absolutely not. 2 pieces of bread with some jam slapped in the middle is the best I can do. Defend your cooking, abandon your pride, or explain your process. Should we mansplain or boxplain to the goblin? Was my faction description good, or was it kind of stupid? I'm gonna be honest with you, Mr. Guy. I haven't looked at it yet.
Mr. Guy.
You put something in, so it's already better than nothing.
Yeah. It's more than nothing. I haven't seen it, but it's more than nothing. Happy birthday.
Yes, happy birthday to you there, Mr. Guy.
I won't steal it as
Day 15 streak? Awesome.
Woo!
So I might take out one of the sentences. The one that says pause had been at the top of the game until multiple people thought the pause was too generic or lame. Like I think we're gonna get rid of that. But everything else is pretty good. Like I don't I just don't want to have each of the factions kind of mentioning each other just yet. But yeah, everything else looks really good. So should we defend our cooking, which is 2 pieces of bread and some jam slapped in the middle? Do we abandon our pride and say yes, that they are right, that is there should be more sandwich? Or should we explain our process by fox-splaining to our goblin friend here? I'm thinking we either fox-splain or we defend our cooking.
I think we nuke-splain.
Fox-splain, okay.
Nuke-splain.
What about the people in chat? Anyone else have a suggestion?
Boom, 0 viewers in everything. No one's able to say anything.
No one's allowed to speak. All right, we're gonna fox-splain. Okay, follow the instructions, but it came out differently. There was nothing I could have done about this. Yes, well, perhaps it would be best to delegate such tasks to an employee. I recommend you head to, oh my, Gastronomica?
Yeah.
Gastronomica? I mean, gastro is a type of cooking. Gastronomica, I'm guessing that's to hire a cook. A good place to grab a meal as well. I mean, I got all these quills that they told me not to use on myself, but I'm gonna use it on myself. Because what we can say is when they ask, why did you spend your the money on a meal? I was just doing some market research. I had to test this food to see how good it was, to see if it's something that I might want to sell.
Yeah, we were looking at some potential combatants and our fellow marketers.
There you go.
Yes.
We part ways here, but I can accompany you to the tram since I need to head to City Hall myself. Alright. So hums with workers hungry for a meal and cooks ready to serve them one. Oi, Uber Eye. Hello, it's Broly again. Hello, Broly. Have a seat and enjoy your first meal in Rosewall. Is he now my waiter? Master Bryn, and your friend? Merchant or Estoc. Greetings, friend. Welcome to Gastronomica. We take pride in serving meals prepared by apprentices as they work their way to becoming chefs. What would you like? Ooh. So we can grand beef stew. Looks like we need some kind of water, a beef, potatoes, and carrots. This one looks like it might be sticky steak stir fry. So we got the beef, we got bell peppers, and it looks like it's like maybe honey or something. Hearty, healthy, and just a bit sweet. And then we also have the veggie one. We have the veggie skewers. It's carrots, peppers, and potatoes. So I'm gonna leave it up to you guys. We're gonna do a poll. If I can. Can I not make a poll? Why can't I make a poll? 1 second here. Alright, we're only gonna have 2 minutes, so 2 minutes starting now. We're starting, I don't know, a couple seconds from now. To pick what we go with. I'm gonna leave it up to you guys to help with that. Oh. So I still wasn't able to really start working on my fursuit paws. I hope to start working on some of it tomorrow, honestly. I'd really like to. But yeah, as of right now, I'm kind of stuck on I'm just the idea stage of it. So I haven't been able to really figure out what I want to do with the different the colors and everything. I've just been weird about it. Oh, hold on. What did we come up to? 2? All right, we're gonna do the sticky steak stir fry. Yo, Cumulo with the Discord ping. Thank you, Cumulo, for the Discord ping.
It was very important.
Of course, I will let Suro. I will get Cicero right on that. Okay. Anyone lined up for anyone lined up to work for you? Nope. Gastro's a good place to start. And hire them to feed folks while you hire more. Okay. Greetings, Master Broly. Your usual with additional portions. I take it this regular portion. I'm getting the bonks. Why is Cumino? Why are you bonking? Why are you bonking? What did I do?
You're bad.
I wasn't bad. Portion dishes is yours, friend. Okay. Hands you a much larger plate of stir fry than you could have ever anticipated. Bonkable. I am not bonkable. I am not bonkable. I am also super bigs and the toppiest of tops. The dumbest of
But you are
dumbs.
bonkable.
I am not bonkable. This is why the bonk. So? Doesn't mean I'm bonkable. It just means you're forced to bonk. You were mean and bonked. The gastronomica encourages chefs to sit down with their customers on occasion to promote an air of camaraderie between cooks and customers.
You know what I can source though? The effects of that growth potion to wear
No, you don't.
But it's becoming increasingly obvious. I can deny
Let
it
no longer.
I am small.
Paragon has forced me to drink a shrinking potion.
No, I took away the effects of your growth potion.
No. See,
There's a difference.
see, the potion eventually wears off, and we become bigger. So
Nope.
you know, I take
It's
time.
because you take little sips of growth potion.
No. I take time to enjoy meals with Broly when I can, and I'm sure his friends are also good company. It's good to meet you. Likewise, I understand the hesitation around the increased stock presence others have, but the appeal of serving newcomers food has yet to dull for me. You get more kick out of cooking than anyone. Perhaps. It might be because I have experience with less personal professions. Ha ha ha. You can't do anything while I'm under the effect of the shrinking potion.
Oh, it'll all spam after he drinks another growth potion.
No, it'll spam after the shrink potion is wearing off. Made the switch from hunter to chef. What, 3 years ago? Thereabouts. Which is why I am so much more worn by the years than the other apprentices here in gastronomic. Call it the gastro, like regular folk. I do not like the sound of that, but yes, I left behind killing for the joy of giving. Not that cooking meat is without its compromises. All of us gotta eat. Meatless life don't agree with everyone. I suppose you're right, friend. I am sure you will find Roswell to your liking. I hope so. The city has much to offer, and its spirit is why I stuck around. Do you yet know what wares you will sell? Well, currently we have food. Orla gives you a look. Not yet. I'm actually hoping to recruit some craftsfolk here. There are plenty of experienced cooks here, including, well, myself, if you are comfortable with an older chef with only 3 years experience. Better at cooking in 3 years than all the green noses.
Moist.
And it does two of them at once.
Moist.
That sounds so much worse. That was awfully kind of you, Burley, and it is so. It just so happens that I'm looking for a good apprenticeship to replace another semester here. You search your knapsack for a piece of parchment Mehdi gave you earlier. Give me earlier. While you do that, I can provide you with some information of my own. Provides a small piece of cardboard etched with gold lettering. Your recipe cards for your sticky steak stir fry, yeah? Ought to give me one of those. Would love to make it myself sometime. Not scared to hand these out? On the contrary, what a chef brings to the recipe is often as interesting as the recipe itself. So, even though we haven't gotten him as a chef, he gave us the recipe. Have you located your shop? It's between the guild hall and the harbor, right around here. I'm not very familiar with that area, but if you're interested, I would be willing to accompany you to your shop and test my... After we pay a visit to the parade, of course? The marketplace? I forgot you're new here. I would be honored to be your tour guide to the heart of our city. I can head out right now. In fact, I was filling in for someone today, and they have arrived to take the rest of their shift. I shall return in a moment. Stuck's gotcha living where you work then. Common with stock, I suppose. Why commute when you can work where you wake? I mean, I guess that is true. Keep in mind when you eat and work. Keep in mind when you eat and work. Oh. Hello again! Are you ready to depart? I am not. What if I said no? The parade is described to you as a marketplace, but within its midst, it's clearly so much more. Lots of people come to buy or sell, but they also come to talk to each other to learn how the world has changed. The food and knickknacks almost feel beside the point. I've always been fond of this place. Everyone moves with a fascinating combination of divine lethargy and divine purpose. For now, however, let us see to our purpose. We require noodles. Oh, that's noodles. Okay. Noodles, bell pepper, and steak for our stir fry. I know just the person who has them. It's a goblin holding a ferret. A fire ferret. Hey, Farragon, this is a brother?
Let me check.
Hey, and this is Uberite, a merchant. And my current employer.
I think that's Steve.
It's Steve?
Yeah, the ferret.
Steve the Fire Ferret. Hello, Steve the Fire Ferret. Of course, you're here on a supply run. You've got the right. You've come to the right place. Nadifa's? Roswell Emporium has just about every locally sourced food product you can think of. Groceries, meats, sauces, oils, you name it. And even if you can't name it, we have it. Good, because there's a lot of things I probably can't name. That usually gets a laugh. It got a laugh from me. Laugh genuinely, because I did actually laugh at that. Your laughter actually catches Nadifa by surprise. Wow, that really got you laughing. It got a laugh out of you. Apologies, Nadifa, but we must make haste. Absolutely. Let's take a look at what I have here. To buy ingredients, select it from the vendor's inventory. Be careful, however, ingredients are useless if you do not have recipes to use them. Make sure you only buy what you can use. Nadifa's inventory won't change, so you can always come back and buy whatever strikes your fancy later.
Strikes your fancy. Hits it with hammer.
Did you find everything you needed? Nope. Nope. I did. Wait. But I said nope. Excellent! With that done, we shall make our meal tomorrow! I lost track of time. I shall visit your shop at sunrise. Get some rest. I imagine you will need it. Yay! We've got our first person! Woohoo! Tide's Day. It was Moon's Day for the first one? You got a letter, okay? Open up the letter. Dear Merchant, congratulations on your introduction to S-Stock Trading Company Merchant Program. As you begin building your shop, the company would like to remind you that any franchisor you contracted with the company, us, must abide by the franchisor's renowned excellence ethos. Great. In order to be a free client, your shop must increase its operating capacity on a monthly basis. The company tracks a franchisor's franchisor growth through each shop's renown. Well, understand, you have only just set up your shop, and your shop must acquire renown 2 certificates by the 12th of Frostwing. 1/12. Failure to attire this certification will result in an immediate closure of your franchise. Sincerely, P.S. The company will not is not liable for losses accrued, laws violated, or ethic lines crossed in the course of acquiring renown. I can be like super sleazy. All right. I kind of want to make it super sleazy. Alright, our shop. You hear your new chef knocking on your door. Their voice softened to the hunk of wood between you. I have come to begin our work arrangement. This is the correct location. No, it is not the correct location. You need to go down like 2 streets. You let him in? Oh, well, I guess I let him in. Ably lifts a large pitchfork pot to eye level. Steak for the stir fry I made last night. If you'd like, I could try making it now to show my skill in your nascent workshop. So then, I believe that since you are my my patron, and I am the craftsperson, there is some procedure to this task. Your companions are skilled craftspeople who can help you craft all kinds of items. To start crafting, do a workshop. Go to a workshop. Jesus Christ. I cannot read tonight. Click Assign Companion, then select one of your companions from the list. Okay.
What do you mean by you cannot read tonight?
I mean, I can't generally read, but tonight's extremely hard considering I haven't slept in 2 days. So I'm exhausted. For me to complete my task, you must assign me to cook 1 serving of... Okay. After your companion is set, click the assign recipe and pick a recipe from the list. When you found the recipe you want, click assign recipe to the companion below the recipe details. Assign recipe. Assign. Very well. I shall commence making my city-renowned sticky steak stir-fry. Make sure you select the number of items you want to craft. Then press craft to start crafting your item. Craft. Oh, he was super quick. I think it turned out all right. Thank you. Of course, this is my job. And when all is fair, I am happy to do it. You may in the future wish to make more than meals. In that case, I suggest visiting the guild hall at some point. If you can hire workers with a variety of disciplines, all the better. The markets are fickle and diversification protects you from being at their mercy. Your order, my friend. Now, if you will forgive my exit, I have some other matters I need to attend, but I shall return shortly. In the meantime, I would encourage you to explore more of the city you now find yourself in. It is a fine place, lucrative enough to work in, but to make it a part of you, that makes it worth living in. Take care, my friend. The map of Roswell at the tram station names too many exciting locations to count. Nearly every block has some alluring name like Bhutan and the Tourmaline? You remember two of the other places besides the parade you read about? The train, the drums, and the maiden's kiss. The The Drums is Roswell's City Hall. Looking at government buildings is no way to be introduced to a new city. Then it'll have to be the Main's Kiss. You grab your merchant's badge in case anyone asks you who you are, and you head to the tram stop. The tram stops just outside the edge of the park, and as soon as you step onto the ground, serenity befalls you. In the distance, you hear gleeful shrieks as children barrel through beautiful meadows. You stroll into the park and spot a fountain with just a few feet ahead of you. The moment you take a seat at its rim, you remember you have only had one meal today. Fantastic as it was, you had nothing to drink with it. Though you acknowledge it may be a sign of disrespect to the park and its visitors, you cup your hands and dip them in the fountain. Oh God. You pour the water into your mouth, and a small bead flashes as it slides through your hands. Unable to stop yourself in time, you swallow the object whole. Well, damn! Why are you... This offers no sensation, save the unease of having potentially violated the social contract of a public park. You are no worse for wear. So I did something, it didn't seem to care, yet I swallowed something from the from the pond or from the fountain. Okay. And no, another moment pass, and then you. This town used to be, what the heck? This town used to be alive. It wasn't perfect.
It was Steve.
Damn, Steve went rampant. It wasn't perfect. No town is. But the people who lived here were happy, I think. Now it's nothing but a monument to a special kind of violence. It's wood and history left to rot in equal measure. Hard to believe we might be the only people who have been here since it flooded. But some places are best left forgotten. Every home and street is inundated with the same empty sorrows. Sorry, give me 1 second here.
One.
The kind societies spent lifetimes forgetting. The kind that's in a few years' time no one will remember. This heartfelt letter is unsent. This person remained with love unrequited. The intended recipient scattered to the wind. The other person rose through the company ranks like furious magma. This other person rose through the company. Were they just to those he surpassed? An argument between workers and management? Over what? A picket sign won't say. It's fun making all of these stories out of rebel. You get to live in your own little version of history, but the same waters swallowed it all. None of the stories we tell ourselves can avoid that. The mine flooded first. Many were trapped inside when the crashing waters came. Oh God. How many were battered? How many were battered against the caves? How many drowned slowly in pockets of air? Now that the waters cleared out, you could look and see. Not that I want to know, but we'll draw straws for it, I guess. Eventually.
I want to know, this is why Steve isn't invited to family functions.
Steve decides to just destroy everything, but Steve's was a fire ferret, not a water ferret.
Oh, that might have been his twin, Leave. That's why we named him after, renamed him after telling him to leave after doing this.
Eventually, it just comes down to that nasty, nagging feeling. The tragedy of this size seems to come out of nowhere. Natural disaster and all that. The sorrow that haunts this place. It's so much worse when you know that the people who could have stemmed these waters simply chose not to. You do not remember the rest of the day. Damn. This is why you don't drink from random fountains. You then have hallucinations of things to come. A raspy wine stirs you. Hey! I'd stay, but for now, you had a really bad fall after drinking that fountain water before I brought you here.
You wanna go drink some fountain water with me?
I'm gonna pass.
You know.
Is Tomo on for you? Is Tomo on? I don't see Tomo on today.
Oh, yeah, no, he's like fully offline, not even idle.
Yeah.
Weird. Wait, did he do our TikTok stream? These are the important questions. He did. Like, over 6 hours ago, but he did.
What air? That ground must conked you good. This is where Mehdi told me to take you. You live here, right? Yeah? Yeah. Then you're home! Ooh, you. Damn. Call me Seagull for now. Most people do, because I used to be a sailor and can tell you a storm's coming. You doing What you doing? Right now, I'm gainfully unemployed, but I don't mean to. I mean, I lack purpose. Brought you back here, didn't I? What happened? Oh, good. You got your faculties back. What's the last thing you remember? Remember what you saw? Remember what happened? Remember what you saw? The streets were flooded. So you did see it. We'll get to that. See, I'd be watching that fountain, waiting for this to happen, so I rushed over. Wait. Yeah, we're out cold. Lucky I saw your merchant's badge, saw that, and sent word to Betty. He told me to bring you here. Hold on, why are you watching the fountain? Oh, I was watching the fountain because I think it's connected to the blobs. And I knew some other chumped eventually drink that appetizing water and see that memory. Blobs? Of what?
What?
Blobs?
How do you predict this?
Yeah, concentrated little balls of energy fall as I understand them. Come in all kinds too. Fire, water, wind, earth, big, small. Can take on the form of anything. Clouds, critters, crabgrass, all of them evil. Ain't that why everyone comes to Roswell? See what those monsters can do? Figured a merchant would have heard about them. I didn't hear about them. Then there are the small memory motes, the kind you all swallowed. So you just got random memory motes just in the water. Oh, maybe okay. You vaguely recall Broly had talked about a memory on the train, so maybe that's what he was talking about. Okay. People could be using them thinking they'll learn the history of Roswell, but know the truth. You raise a single eyebrow. The things they're showing folks, they're all part of their plan to get us to do what they want. All subtle like. They're gonna take over and make us all their servants. See where this is going. Really? Really? The important thing I can do is stop them. That's why I move around town looking for motes, ones that put thoughts in your head. They're the key to figuring out their plan. You ought to believe me, you know, since you saw it too. That town that gets flooded. You're the only person I've seen ignore the sign telling you not to drink the fountain water, and I think you can help. Help how? Uncovering that blobs are doing. Why they're getting people to have those visions. Because I don't think those motes are memories. I think they're threats.
I don't know why, but this is giving me like Bug Snacks vibes.
No, I've never played that. I do have that, but I've never played it. You raise your other eyebrow. Think about it. The town we saw in our vision, wouldn't Roswell, the streets look nothing like this place? So I think what they're showing us is what will happen if we don't let them take over. It's a threat and a lie. Just like the fake one, the war great. The Great War. Jesus. The one that caused everyone to stop fighting and start the armistice? Armistice? Armistice?
Okay. Armistice, I think. Yeah. I think you got it right.
The kind of change don't just happen. People would have to make a real, honest effort over who knows how many years for something like that to work. That's your big theory? Not the only one. I got lots of theories about what's really going on around here. But this theory we can get to the bottom of. Me? Well, yeah. Don't you want to know why you saw that flood? Let's say you don't believe me. Oh, sure, let's go ahead and believe him. Let's believe the Okuk. If we at least look into it, we'll learn something, right? Whether I'm right or not as right, and why we saw that town. I have a workshop to run. I get that. I promise not to take up too much of your time. Now I know I ain't the only one. I'm gonna expose the blobs for what they are. See you around, partner. I've only just met Siegel, and yet... Oh! Thanks for trusting me, even if you don't believe me. The creases on Siegel's face stretch in a way you can tell they haven't in a long time before he departs. They look like a smile. Well, let's make him smile. Realize after he's gone that you've gotten to think... You've realized after he's gone that you've forgotten to thank the man who may have saved your life. Did I not just thank him? Wow, that's pretty bad of me. As you begin,
Ungrateful.
yeah, really. As you begin to settle in the regular routine of your shop with your new companion. Merchant, I wish to speak with you. You are here. Thank goodness. Somebody did as I asked. Oh, okay, Siegel. Okay, I'm just gonna call him Siegel, because, yeah. I believe he goes by Siegel. Told me what happened at the Maiden's Kiss yesterday. I smell popcorn, now I'm freaking hungry. Oh, must be making popcorn. Ah! How are you feeling? I'm feeling terrible. Be honest. Be honest. Still a little out of it. I see Siegel mentioned you both had a similar memory after sampling water from the Pug Fountain, was it? You relayed the memory you saw at the Maiden's Kiss. That is concerning. With your permission, I will inquire with the curator at the Hall of Sparks about this. She may have some insight to share as the city's leading expert on memories. Sure, go ahead. In the meantime, however, let us look to business. Though you were fortunate enough to recruit a chef at Gastro during your first day here, and it waves to the back of the shop. Hello there! Other craftsfolk will not simply come knocking on your doorstep. We have rules about that. Instead, craftsfolk with various skill sets visit the guild hall to let the city know they are available for work. Meanwhile, those who have workshops visit the guild hall to recruit companions to help their workshops thrive. We should thus make haste and head there now. I can guide you through the process. I also imagine you will need additional workstations if you recruit more companions. Different crafts require different workstations after all. So as not to keep your next recruit waiting, I've taken the liberty of calling in a professional to measure your workshop for the installation of an additional workstation. On short notice, they should at least be able to lay the groundwork for whatever device your work may require. Then once we know the specific needs for your recruits, we can make the necessary arrangements. With your permission, of course. Excellent! Then we'll leave the shop to your cook for now and head towards the guild hall. After you, merchant. This is the guild hall. This is the guild hall. Rather large, no? Nod in awe. Pay it off. All cool, like, no, I'm gonna nod in awe. I've never been in a building this fancy.
Moist.
Oh god.
Moist.
Cumulo. I've never been in a building this fancy and moist. God. Okay. And large. The guild hall is one of the few buildings that Roswell Secretariat actually built rather than repurposed. Once Roswell grew to a certain size, we formalized how people recruited craftsfolk. We then built this hall to... Hello! You seem new here! I'm Chris, the receptionist here at the guild hall. Oh, hello, Mr. Medi. How's the program to make everyone work? How's the program to make everyone work go? That's not the goal of the... Let me know if you need any help with that, and you, of course, are... I don't know you. So are you looking for work or recruit? Recruit. Gotcha. ETC, merchant. I can help guide you through the process. Well, Chris seems to have everything handled, so I'll leave you two to it. But I have full confidence you will flourish under Chris's wing. I wish that I had wings. I mean, not that you'll flourish, but you will flourish. To recruit someone, talk to the guildmaster. They recommend someone for your shop, and you hire them. Honestly, the hardest part is the process is figuring out where all the guilds are, which is where I come in because I know where all the guilds are. How many guilds are there? Lots. One for every job you can think of. For you merchants, the most relevant ones are cooking, masonry, smithing, woodworking, artistry, and tailoring guilds. There are tons of other guilds you won't see much of. The Administration Guild, the Accountant Guild, the Legal Guild, the Secret Society. Oh, don't tell them I told you. Oh, don't tell them I told you. Okay. That's a joke! There's no secret society! Every profession, you can hire, every profession you can hire for has its own perks and perks. Go ahead, ask me about them. What do artists do? Gosh, that's a big question. Artists make, well, art. Art's fun to take in and enjoy or whatever, but it also serves a function. Floor arrangements, vases, jewelry, everyone needs gifts.
Hey, I know an artist.
Then there's all, yeah. You do? I don't know one. I know a few, but
There might be one in call right now.
That's definitely not true. There's all the big stuff, leaving a mark on the world more permanent than the most rigid societal structures, documenting the wonders and tragedies of life through words and song. Ceramic squirrels that look at shoppers from the window, that kind of stuff. Any other professions I can help paint a picture of? I'm pretty sure I understand what all of them. Okay, then the guild masters who run all the guilds tend to be a little loose on their office hours. Right now, I think Tonya might be the only one here. Let's hope she's in a good mood. She's not gonna be in mood. The Smithing Guild. So the guild master, Chris, what are you yelling about out there? I'm showing a merchant around. Just show him in here. Your yelling's distracting me. Right away, Guildmaster. Are you even prepared to have a smithy in your shop? It ain't easy. I didn't lose an eye quilting, you know. Having someone install a new workshop at my shop right now, actually. Well, if you think you can handle a smith, I got one for you. Introduce yourself. Volto? Volto? Howdy, name's Volto. Smith by trade. I'd be glad to work for you if you need some smelting done. I'll vouch for him. Smoothest forge welds I've ever seen. Done deal, yeah? Sure. Alright then, Volto. Head over to your new shop, yeah? Merchant, take really good care of Volto here. Got it? What if I don't? Where else? Oh, okay. I got it, Guildmaster. Good. Get on out of here now. All the yelling's got me tired. We've got Volto. Now we've got a smith. Thanks for visiting us here in the guild hall. Whenever the other guildmasters are here and have craftsfolk for you to recruit, I'll send you a letter. It's very thoughtful of you, Chris. No need to thank me. It's my job. I wouldn't be doing it otherwise. See you. No. You don't need to provide your companions room or board. The Housing Guild handles the arrange with public funds. Fortunate that I ran into you on the way to your shop. However, your new applicant should be finished by now. Appliance. It takes a moment to recognize its owner of the large silhouette crouching in one of the corners of your shop. Lee? Hooray! Figured you'd need something installed eventually. Good to know you received my message, Broly. Everything up to code, I presume? Can we proceed with additional workstations? Yeah, as stock, folks are good at specking their workplaces. I'm already done. Need to know what to put in it now. I thought you worked at the train depot. Why are you here, Broly? Can I go back, spend some off time helping out? Broly, like much of Roswell, have have come to recognize that those who are cared for are better equipped to provide care in return. Good way to meet people sides. All done with setting up this workstation. Just need to know what kind of station it's gonna be. Can't work metal without a forge. Gotcha. Get you set up then. Say one thing for stock folks. Good at sticking to rules, installing things according to the code, goes smooth with them. Anything else, Medi? Not at the moment, Broly. Thank you. Be off then. I should be heading out as well, merchant. I suggest you work with Astrovolto and expand your shop. As your shop's renown grows, so too will what your shop will be able to do. Okay, so we've got an iron ingot, a basic Stein set recipe, a small iron casing recipe, a pewter ingots, and an iron rod recipe. For now, I would really, For now, I would get ready to sell your stock. The items you have... Oh my goodness. The items you make have little value if they do not sell. Sounds good. I can do that. Perfect. But before I forget, Eva, the curator I mentioned earlier, should be stopping by soon. She should be able to clear up our confusion from earlier. So long for now. So we got the wake-up call. Running a shop isn't easy. Roswell moves fast. There's an indicator to show how many days you have to complete your next goal. If you do not hit your goal within the time limit, don't worry, you can go back to the last checkpoint and try to achieve the goal. So it wants to try and craft some stuff. So it looks like we've got the kitchen over here, and we got this over here. And do this. Sign a recipe. Can't make anything yet because I don't have any. Stock our shelves. We got our sandwich and we've got our... Whoa. Hold on. Our 2 pieces of bread with some random jam slapped in the middle is going to sell for 149 gold. The stir fry from a chef that we had to hire that's going to create our food is only going to give us 111 food. The heck? I can't do that. I was gonna say, oh, hold on. Can we assign him here? We can. What is open shop? Well, crafting, but we can't craft anything because we don't have any iron. We don't have anything to make. Can we? Hold on, map. Marketplace. Here we go. Now that you have smithing for your shop, you should find someone who sells smithing materials and supplies. Nope, sorry. I just produce. For smithing, you'll want to ask Alice, the vendor from his booth is over there. I should warn you though, he's a little loud. I'd plug my ears just in case. A competitor! Are you not welcome here? I own this stall, and all territory within within 3 feet of it. You can almost hear your plugged ears thanking your index fingers. I'm a customer, not a competitor. Oh, are you not one of those misbegotten merchants from Estock? I am a merchant, but I'm here to buy smithing supplies. Gallus only now seems to realize your fingers to ear posture is not an attempt to seem threatening. Apologies. I have a habit of making myself heard, a mite too harsh for some. You have come to the right place. Is known for its host of dens or deposits, many of which are strenuous for a single person to mine and transport. You do that all on your own? It sounds hard. A definite task indeed, but nothing beyond the powers of Gallus. Prime smithing vendor and pride of that place. Thank you for your patronage. May your adventures in the smithing trade prove fortuitous and not end in disaster caused by your mismanagement. So let's do one of these, and 2 of these. There are multiple vendors in the marketplace. Each vendor is available every day and offers materials specific to their crafting discipline. Item bundles allow you to purchase all of the items you need for a recipe at once and at a discounted price. Oh, well, that would have been nice to know. I definitely don't have the 3,000. What's this guy have? He's got furs. Flax fibers. Leather hide. Okay. Go ahead and go back to my shop. Let us craft some stuff. You go ahead and craft. So let's go ahead and craft 2 of those. Oh, can you not make... Let's go ahead and open up shop. Oh, we got happy customers and we got sad customers. Oh no. Renown tutorial. Renown is an expression of the success of your shop in Rosewall. The better shop day you have, the more your reputation in Rosewall increases. As your reputation increases, your renown level goes up. Your renown level and reputation are displayed here. Increase your renown, and the community grants you rewards such as attracting more customers to your shop, your items sell for more, and unlocking shop upgrades. Okay, so let's go ahead and make. We need 2 iron ingots. Let's go back to the map then. Place. Let's do 5 iron. Craft. The recipes. Craft. Grabbed 2 of these. Stock shelves. Open the shop.
Ooh.
Yeah. We got some happy people. Yay, yay, yay. Okay.
You see that one person that was not as happy?
There was a few. There were like 2 or 3. Why?
It's because they forgot to wear their nose plugs around you.
No, that's not why. That's not why. Oh. Why did I in stream tonight? Holy crap. Stream. Blood. Time is it? It's 8:17. Hello, are you Ubrai? Medi sent me. You're Eva, the historian. Yes, do you mind if I come inside? I'm here to discuss something that requires discretion. Hopefully we can speak in private here. Eva's eyes dart in the direction of your employees. My discretion is only as good as my word. I fear I shall not tell a soul. I can't hear you over the smelting. So Medi tells me you experienced a memory. Let me go ahead and be honest. I'm not sure what it was. I'm not sure what I saw. From what Medi told me, what you experienced sounds like a memory. The details seemed off. For starters, the swallowing. Memories are typically experienced by simply holding the mote in your hand. Self? Swallowing wasn't voluntary. Oh, of course. I didn't mean to accuse you. It was an accident, and I believe you. What were memory motes doing in the water, I wonder? What might be worth looking into. Today, however, I want to confirm whether your experience was in fact a memory. I assume someone has mentioned memories to you before, correct? Well, yeah. So you kind of explained them to me. Hello there, Chris. On Kick. Welcome, welcome. Siegel told me a lot. Right. Siegel, with all due respect, he may not have good understanding of what memories are. Memories are a manifestation of elemental energies unique to Rosewall. God. We've yet to pinpoint exactly when or why these energies began to appear in Rosewell. But what we do know is that they are incredibly useful, whether it's sprites or memories. Sprites and memories? Yes, the elemental energy I mentioned can manifest in two distinct ways. First one is an elemental form, which is called sprites, and which Siegel has taken to calling blobs. There are four basic forms in which these energies can manifest: air, earth, fire, and water. Those are the ones you've likely seen around town already. They can take on the form of various small animals, rocks, tiny clouds, or the like, based on their affinities. Oh, maybe the little fire ferret was one. They act on their own, but they have no language outside of the occasional noise like babies. While they are certainly adorable, they are also enormously useful for our day-to-day lives within Rosewall, unlike babies. For example, air sprites can fly and create small wind currents. Fire sprites can heat just about anything or give off lights. We've found lots of ways to use them and make all kinds of things easier and more efficient in Rosewall. To catch, however, is that sprite will dissipate if they stray too far from Rosewall. We're not entirely sure why. Memories are different. They manifest as smaller, inanimate motes. They're also ingestible. I mean, I guess evil thankfully cuts you off before you can speak. Fickle. They tend to appear in places where people have experienced strong emotions or momentous events have occurred. Memories were first encountered shortly after the city's founders settled here. They weren't sure what they were at first, but realized that if they held them for a short time, they would experience visions. Some thought they were premonitions, but historians realized memories were depicting events the history books mischaracterized or left out. As we realized we could use memories to tell our stories better than any person could write them, we began phasing out written history in favor of memories. We have a way for people to relive the past in vivid detail. The sights, the smells, the emotions of the people who lived them. Everything. This is especially true for one of the most valuable memories, the end of the Great War. Didn't the Great War happen outside of Roswell? That is what I was told, or apologies, I'll shut my ears. It did, yes. But one of the final conflicts was over Echo Mountain, beneath which Roswell was built. When we found the memory of that battle in the Great War, for people to be able to experience such a momentous event firsthand, so full of suffering, I think if you're up for it, it'd be better to simply show you. It feels strange to bring it here to you. Considering the Hall of Sparks is closed, I think it's best if you had a memory to reference. Eva extends her unturned palm towards you, and in it is a small gleaming sphere. You feel a strange sensation, like a warm light in your palm. Your eyes turn towards Eva, and she clenches her palm to you tighten your grip. You feel a lung expand, you are out of breath, you entered a battlefield. Oh god. I woke up at the end of a nightmare. I'd fallen asleep in the middle of it all. Some other soldier must have found me and taken me to camp. An excuse for them to borrow time, perhaps. I don't blame my savior. Death kept busy in that valley. And for what? I'd forgotten what kept us in its shadow. But I'll always remember what the messenger told me. I was less of a messenger than a spectator that day. The yelling of panic had ended. The streaks of fire gave up, painting the sky. I didn't feel chaos withering inside me. All of it was replaced by silence of a miracle. The collective waking from a nightmare. There was a glint in everyone's eyes, even those who gripped their banners tightness. And those who gripped their banners tightness. I carried a banner I didn't believe in. Our Lord had decided the river divided this valley, and the ore on the land on the other side were worth this nightmare. I noticed then my banner was also a pike. The ore was already gone. So were most of the living. The land held no value. But their stony pale, I think the ones set to shake hands are Imperatrix, and their drummer only had just realized this. In a desperate bid, herself had come to the fight. How noble of me, how valiant, how righteous. It was the best mistake I could have ever made. For the first time I saw what my commands meant for the commanded. The dwindling of the violent mass at the bottom of the valley was many things, but not noble, not valiant, not righteous. I believe that at that moment both sides knew we would lose. We were fighting over embers. Why? Our beasts' pride greed, tradition. I choose to smother those pathetic creatures with the hope that the drummer across the valley wanted the same. See what I did? She sounded her call first, but my reflex lingered. The one stamped into me since birth, a drummer of war I wanted to wage on. But I saw her eyes, even as I sounded the drums this time to drive the beast of death back. That it would betray everyone who sacrificed for the cause. Perhaps it would. But it would also save so many more. We needed a record. Find a table, they said, and parchment. We need a record. If you do this, you won't even have to fight. You won't ever have to fight again. I thought the drummer meant I'd been promoted. Thankfully, my lord and there knew the ritual already. I wasn't sure what was about to happen. The tears fell all the same. How long would this last? How could we reconcile this whole mess? We've been fighting for a reason after all. Sometimes we have no choice but to fight. But with that option off the table, what else was there? In that moment, we risked it all to find out. The memory relinquished its hold on. Your senses are overtaken by loss, a dread. Right? You feel a profound kinship with those who fought to prove someone else's point. How would it have been worth it? Is this what they were like? How could anyone decide to do this? A handful of people decided this had to happen. Few played with the many like they were pawns. All to prove their convictions to an idea they themselves would not have to die for. And the histories of those sacrificed disappeared, lost. People fight in the memory bore lively, like symbols that place them in familiar history you understand. They thought in ways to deal death more efficiently, strategies to preserve themselves in terrifying circumstances, all because it seemed so necessary, knowing its utility after the fact is a grim comfort. Uberai, are you alright? I'm here. Memories can be very powerful, this one especially. You felt it, right? How vivid it was, the emotions running through you. It's why Roswell is so invested in memories. Not just to tell us our history, but to spread a message to others. What you've just experienced is the end of the Great War deeply affected the entire world. Around the time Roswell was found, there were factions gearing up for retaliation in the wake of the Great War. After Roswell's early settlers found memories of the Great War, they invited leaders of the warring parties to experience them. Every one of them agreed to implement policies that limited or outright banned weapons of war. It felt like what I saw the other day. cut right to it with confidence meant to cut off Eva's suspicions about your story. You tell her about the strange town. That's troubling. You're sure what you experienced was a memory from somewhere outside Roswell? It throws so much of what we know about memories into question. We have ample research indicating that the energies that manifest in sprites and memories cannot exist outside the city. So location, time, and actual events you believe you saw are deeply concerning. The flooding, yes. Roswell is above sea level, and as far as we know, there aren't any bodies of water that could flood it nearby. That said, if whatever you experienced was impactful enough to produce a memory, there would have to be a record of it somewhere. As far as we know, the end of the Great War is the earliest memory on record. But if this memory takes place outside Roswell, it also raises questions about when it took place. If the event you described happened before the Great War, it would go against everything we know about memories. The place you described sounds nothing like Roswell, and I don't know of any place nearby like that either. So for a memory to have come from the maiden kiss, it just doesn't make any sense. What you've told me raises more questions than answers, I'm afraid. I want to believe you, but I have to do some research back at the... But the reopening is soon. Reopening? The Hall of Sparks, yes! Where Roswell stores its memories. The previous curator, my mentor, retired, so I'm taking her place. I've spent the last few months cataloging every memory we have, but the hall has been closed in the meantime. Reopening the hall is my top priority for the time being, but I'll see what I can dig up about the memory of yours. Also, need to chat with Siegel. Your experience gives his story more weight. I'll have to see if what he says lines up with what you saw. For now, however, I must be off. Thank you for your time. If it raises some major doubts about the reliability of the memory you and Siegel experienced. Could your interpretation of what you saw be more reliable than the history it contradicts? That's true. What, where, and when exactly did you see? Let's go to the marketplace and let us buy. Let's do 6 of these. Let's just go with 6 of those. Craft. Craft that.
Moist.
It's the Tomo!
Moist.
I wasn't sure if you were gonna make a Tomo. I'm honestly, as soon as it hits like 9 o'clock, I'm pretty sure I'm off. I am extremely tired today. Stack the shelves. Yep. Back. freaking dying? Why are you dying? What? Why are you dying? I almost died at work. What happened? What happened?
Is the Tomo like what the hell?
We're having more dissatisfied customers. At the end of the week, any unsold goods or unused ingredients are sold off at discount liquidation price. You want to hold on to some items, you can save them. Okay.
Well, that is not good. Well,
Fell off your ladder.
how high was the ladder?
I twisted my ankle. I'm pretty sure I pulled a groin muscle. Dude.
Well, how high was the ladder?
She doesn't have any noodles. Why does she not have noodles?
Yeah, you did.
Let's take a look at my shop again. Go to crafting. Can't look at my recipes. So I can do the vegetables. Let's go get... flour and egg. Let's go get the vegetable skewers. So carrots, peppers, potatoes. Carrots. Peppers. Potatoes. Good shop.
Yeah.
I got all 5 of them. There were still people that were dissatisfied though. There's 2 left, so we'll do 8. Shop. Crafting. You go ahead and make the iron ingots. Craft 10 of those. You cook veggie skewers. 10. stock our shelves. 10 of those. And go ahead and open up the shop. People were not happy. Wow. Hey there, Ubra. Remember me? Old sailor who helped you with your digestive thing the other day?
I'm not gonna lie, you could have been talking to someone in chat. Hey, do you remember me? And I was about to make a joke about it.
No, this time was Siegel. Oh. Oh. Let him know about your memory is fine. Let him know he's acting strange. Yeah, I remember you, Siegel. Oh, good. You might think that's a weird question, but folks weirdly forget me sometimes. Even the second or third time I start talking theories with them, they're avoiding eye contact. So I was in the Hall of Sparks the other day. You said the hall was closed. Only if you respect signs. While I was there, I ran into her Eve, and we started chatting about our memory. By the way, Tomo, I hope you feel better. Did you? I mean, you said that you twisted your ankle. Did you? Is it bad enough that you have to go to a hospital, or not necessarily a hospital, but like an urgent care? My biggest thing is if you get injured at work, make sure you go to something like that, especially if it's something that could be worse. Because so. And this is just from the standpoint of, if you don't go, I'll self-treat, I'm fine. So the thing is if you don't go, and it gets worse, then the company will say, oh, well, you just messed it up. You didn't go get it treated. It's on you. They will not supply you with any kind of financial aid of any sort. We actually had this at PetSmart where somebody had gotten bitten. Okay, and our policy is that if it drew blood, it needs to go to an urgent care. If you refuse to, through the management saying, hey, go get this checked out, go get this checked out, go get this checked out. If you decide that you don't want to go, then if it becomes infected, or if there's something that goes wrong with it, it's on you. They will not give two flying fricks. Like, you could have filled out the report and everything, but because you refused to get help, it's on you. So this is why whenever somebody gets injured on a job, always go get checked out, especially if it's something that can be worse. There was a person that not that I worked with, that my mom worked with. She ended up getting bit by her own cat. Okay. She's still on antibiotics. It's been over a year. She's still on antibiotics because of a cat bite. Her own cat. An indoor cat. Okay? Cats and dogs carry lots of diseases. If you're falling off of a ladder and spraining your ankle, is it truly a sprain, or do you just think it's a sprain?
It could maybe be like a fracture or something.
Right, and because of your endorphins, firing off, you think it's less than what it actually is. This is why you go to an urgent care. Like, I understand for you, like, you were like, ah, probably not, I don't need to go to it. I would have still have filled out an incident report and then gone to the urgent care after the work and, you know, fill out the incident report, just, you know, say when it happened and say that you were going to go to the urgent care afterwards. Just to get checked out, because now, if it does become worse, if it does become something that's really bad, you're SOL. At that point, they don't care about you. She asked me about the memory I saw, which caught me off guard, but I figured it out. She's spying on me for the blobs. Oh, she's smart. No, I'm good. I'm doing all that. Good. Like, question for you then, Tomo. If it was an employee, if it was somebody else other than you, would you have made them fill out an incident report and go get checked out? And I guess I shouldn't say force them to, but have told them that they really need to. Because honestly, if you didn't, you're a bad boss. That's how my store manager was, though. He would do everything in his power to make sure that people didn't fill out incident reports. And honestly, I wish I had recorded him saying some of it, because I could have sent that to HR and been like, hey, you got a store manager telling people not to fill out incident reports when they get injured. Elaborate. But she asked me about my memory. I make a cunning move to earn her trust. Told her all about it. And then she told me something she shouldn't have. The secret of this whole thing lies in that fountain. I realized this when she said, and I quote, you should have investigated the fountain. Right? What a slip. The main kiss gets all of its water from the waking spring. But there's no way that memory comes from there. The town we saw was way too different. But maybe the fountain gets its water from somewhere else. So I'm gonna have another look around the main's kiss. See if anyone there's familiar with the history of the place. Then I'm gonna visit City Hall. I don't wanna, but I will first. You don't like going to City Hall? The drums ain't been kind to me. Most folks there think I'm a loon. But just cause I can't prove something, it makes no sense, don't mean it ain't true. I'm gonna need help cutting through all the red tape, though. Maybe, Medi, if you see him, could you ask about any records of water sources for the main kiss? A request for access slip, how to do it. I got that. Wouldn't matter what people there think of me. Alright, I'm off. Wish me luck. Glad you got all of that settled. Though with that, it is 9 o'clock, which means that we have played our sponsored amount of game right now. I am way too freaking tired right now to continue. So I am going to be getting off here. I am going to find somebody to raid on off to. I'm pretty sure that I'm going to do this person. I don't think I've raided them before. If I have, I haven't done it in a little while. Looks like they're going to be playing an SCP game? Secret Laboratory. Looks interesting. So we're going to read off to them. I hope everyone has a wonderful evening. I should be on tomorrow. Tomorrow, I believe, is Once Human. I need to get that done. But I may have something else. Just kind of depends on how things go. Let's see here. Tomorrow's supposed to be Once Human. No, goodbye. Yeah, no, Mr. Guy, I haven't slept in what's going on 3 days now.
You said 2 earlier.
Was it 2? I don't know. It's been too long. I'd have to go look at my notes. But yeah. Thanks for the happy birthdays. Oh, of course, dear Mr. Guy. And again, thank you. Happy birthday to you. Again, I hope you have a wonderful rest of your night. Anyways, stubby stuff, thingy things, dookies, thing rose, goodbye, and as always, guys and gals, may all of your hits be crits.
Out. And drink water.